look, the trying was there, babylings. The trying. Trying. We tried. But here we go. We're getting into our fresh best of 3 this morning. In the right-hand corner of Frostline, we have the South Korean Terran player, the Red Terran, representing Team Liquid. It is Cure. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Frostline, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the Blue Protoss. It is Creator. Good. Sorry, just ventilating the room, as it is quite hot here in Australia, as you can imagine. We're good to go. Jumping into our final best of 3, and so far we do have some standard openers here. We have an economic opener out of Cure going for a ranked expand setup. Creator, he will confirm with the probe as he keeps tabs on the gas geysers. So far, so good. Behind this, Creator is going for his own standard setup. Gate into Cybercore into Nexus. So he is going to be forced back. Oh, my apologies. Going gateway into... Oh, never mind. Yeah. I was like, is he setting up for a faster Nexus? No, just Gate, Cyber into Expand. So standard opener out of Creator. Likewise, he's going to be zoned away. And force back. Oh, we can settle in. Oh, the copium is real. True. Ah, no. As is that CC on low ground. Again, economic build as Cure only open up with a single gas geyser. And we'll see if Cure can redeem himself. Again, Cure, he got knocked down here to lower bracket because of Clem's Protoss. But again, Clem, arguably the best PvT in the world. He's a tough opponent to go up against. We'll see if Cure has better luck against Creator. Likewise, Creator, he did go down to the PvP against Zaun, and they're both fighting for their tournament life. I should have emphasized it earlier, but Shin is out. Shin is now out of the tournament. He's been eliminated by Rogue, and one of these two will be eliminated as well. Go. Security does rotate. Just rotate to the natural. Stargate opener out of Creator. Bold move. If you recall, we had Zaun quite frequently actually try to attempt to go into Stargate play against Clem. With mixed success. With no success, actually. We'll see if Creator can make up for that. As he's moving out. Behind this, we do have a Cure getting to his own 1-1-1. Setting up for his own drop play. Once again, poking in, checking the vision. Cure, he does not yet confirm. He does not get eyes on the Stargate. He is not aware. Oh, and this is not a Phoenix opener. We're going to be going Stargate into Oracle first, then into Phoenix. The Oracle has arrived, is scouted by the Reaper. Cure knows. And now Cure is aware. As the Reaper does go down. Behind this drop is amassing. Widowmines are setting up. So Hellion will just try to keep Creator busy. Going to be cleaned up as well. Hellion goes down. Creator he's holding. And we see Cure just committing here into extra axes. Into his 3-1-1 setup. Here come the add-ons. Double tech labs. And because of the initial opener, even though Cure here ideally wanted to go for a Widowmine drop, he's stuck at home. He's stuck at home. We have the Widowmine in the main. Likewise, Widowmine here at the natural. Is pinned back and is contained. So far, so good. Creator with this, he can try to take a faster third base. For now, going for a Robo into a Bay. And this is the setup for a very classic composition, going Phoenix Colossus. Very classic, very old school. It's been a while since Phoenix Colossus has been in the meta of TvP. I mean, when I say a while, it's been like maybe a year and a half. It's been quite some time. We're coming up on 2 years? No shot. Yo, we're getting old. Ay. It's been a while. It's been a while. I want to say like more towards a year and a half. Regardless, Colossus, they are building up back at home. Classic is embracing them. Sorry, Creator even. Likewise, we have our bio composition on the way. And Cure, he shouldn't really be committing here without Stim. We have Stim, we have Combat Shields, all in the horizon. Once it finishes up, then Cure can push. Then he can move out. Until then, he is contained. Now, what's interesting here is that Creator actually cuts Phoenixes at a very low count. He only has 2. Literally only 2 Phoenixes here for Creator. So a very light investment into these Phoenixes. And he's trying to transition into a ground army with, of course, Colossus, with the Twilight Council as well. Getting into Charge, getting into Blink Stalkers, but he needs more time. As right now, he has a vanilla Gateway army. There's no upgrades to speak of. Here comes Cure. Stim is finishing up in a couple of seconds. I have been here for a while now. It's the Turbo Quacker. Oh my god. Always good to see you. Always. Secure. Rotating. You're usually lunking, Bobby. Usually lunking. Oh my god. At the same time, Creator, he does delay the expansion. Not bad. Delays the CC. Cure pushing in. Charge is on the horizon. Extendable Lance finishing up. And Creator, not bad. Catching out a Marine, delaying the CC once again. Going for the SCV. Oh, hop pickup. Does save it. Up. It does save the workers. Cure, he defends. And we'll pull back. Okay, and Creator, he survived. We survived the early game. We've made it. Made it through. Creator establishing his third base, getting it fully up and running, fully operational. Colossus building up. Immortals +1. Charge on the way. And the longer this goes on, I want to say the better it's going to be for Creator. As he's building up a death bull of an army. Cure looking for a way in. We'll take a stasis to the face. I'll take the stasis. Once again, Cure being forced back. Rotating over. At least trying to. Trying to rotate, trying to respond. The reinforcements were scattered here by Creator. Does catch out the bio. Curie stims in, going for the 4th. Can he knock it down? Right now, only one Colossus in position, but the other 2, they're coming in. And the Vikings are a little bit exposed. Shot goes off. Massive connection on the Zealots. And Curie, he retreats. Doesn't commit. Once again, Cure playing it safe. He backs up. Ghoster on the way for EMPs. He's not really feeling too confident pushing into 3 Colossus. I don't blame him. It's a lot of Colossus, a lot of lasers. Pulls away for now. Pulls back, gets his 3rd. It's fully up and running. And we're gearing up for the next wave, the next push, this time with Ghosts and more Vikings. So Cure, he's refining his army. Creator back at home doing the same. Colossus, he's already got 3. Now here come the Disruptors. Disruptors on the way. Charge is done. I think I do still favor Cure's army currently. At least until we get more disruptors. I believe there's only one. No, not even. First disruptor just now popping out. Only one Nova. You're looking with that EMP. Oh! First Colossus under fire. Nice force fields looking down the army. Yeah, that's why it's so brutal here. The shield battery does keep the Colossus alive. And a better fight for Creator. And again, just buying time for those disruptors. As the first one has arrived. Second Robo on the way. Creator getting a fourth. Sorry, a fifth. Here he rotates. Creator, he does split the rotation with the Observer. He's keeping up. Here he sims in. Oh! Does try to sim in. Zealot run by is deflected. And he will go for the fifth. Yeah, the fifth base is going to be denied. There's no saving it. And taking a fifth base on this map is so difficult. It's just so isolated, so exposed. Here come the Vikings. Oh. Going for the first Colossus. Yeah, just so many Vikings here. And the Colossus are going down. He gets one, he gets two. He's going to get all three. The Nova does graze the army. Not bad. Decent connections. There's not much left over. At the same time, massive Zealot counterattack. 13 SCVs going down. Oh my god. Cure. Cure's distracted. He's caught off guard. 14 SCV kills. Cure, sure, he denied an expansion, but he lost the mineral line. And Creator holds. He does hold on. Still has one Colossus left over. Prism goes down. Does catch a War Prism. And interestingly enough, Creator, he's going to be reinforcing with Immortals, not with more Disruptors. Oh, I say that. He's up to 4. He's up to 4 Disruptors. Now going into Immortal Colossus. Still a very terrifying army composition. He's not taking into Sky Toss. Just committing to a Robo-based composition instead. Trying to go for the 5th. Double expanding even. Okay. And again, as you can see here, these bases, they're just so spread out. They're so far apart. I mean, the 5th base here is just, I mean, it's leagues away here from the 4th. It is spotted by Cure. His goal here should be to knock it down. We'll see if Creator can hold on to any of these bases. There are some Zealots. Let's go. Yo, the Phoenix is from the start of the game. Going to be thrown away. Just keeping tabs on Cure. They confirm the 4th. They confirm the expansion. The planetary is getting up and running, getting saturated. Both armies are maxing out. How many disruptors? So about 5. 5 disruptors for Creator. Viking count looking very intense. No Liberators here for Cure. You could argue maybe too many Vikings. He has 11 Vikings for only 2 Colossus. And no Libs. Cure, he rotates. He wants to knock down that base. EMPs, they pop up. They collapse on the Stalkers. The Vikings, they get a free Colossus. There's 1 Colossus left. But again, as you mentioned, arguably too many Vikings. At the same time, Zealot Run-By is dealt with. Bunkers in position. Forcing a defensive warp in. Final Colossus goes down. Vikings there, they did their job. They're going to be forced to land. No major connections. And the base will fall. There's no saving this Nexus. And Creator, he's rebuilding the Colossus. Bold move. He's hoping he can maybe reset the Viking counts, but meanwhile, Cure going for a Doom Drop. Creator, he misses this completely. Does have a recall, but he's not ready in the main. Yeah, he does bust in. There's no energy. There's the EMP as well. He has to race back home. Everything responds. That's going to be 13, 14 probe kills. Creator completely out of position. And here comes the second army. It's going to be a one-way trip here for Cure. Trading with the main force. Meanwhile, Cure, he knocks down the expansion. The fourth base is going to fall. And Creator just can't keep up. Creator just cannot keep up. Losing mineral line after mineral line. 27 probes going down. And from here, Cure just has to retreat. Just has to back up. Consolidate his army and rotate towards the top side. Meanwhile, some of the units do survive. Dropping into the third. Cure, he didn't. Oh no! The Master Nova! He didn't go back home. He's gonna lose everything. Oh my god, this was not necessary. This was not. He did not have to do this. He could have left. He stuck around. And suddenly, Creator takes the supply lead. He's up in supply. He has a massive army. The Disruptors, the Colossus, the Immortals he's pushing out with everything he has. And even though the June drop was successful, I mean, he took down 2 mineral lines and a base. He lost everything. He lost everything, Pat. And here comes Creator. Looking to snowball out of control. Has a larger army. Mineshaft going up. And without Liberators, without an offensive line, like, how can Cure hold? He just doesn't have enough. Just doesn't have much of an army. Takes down the bunker. And he can't just keep pushing. This one he can't just commit. Cure just trying to buy some time. Does have the concave. Oh my god, the Nova's brutal. Takes out all the ghosts. The ghosts go down. And Creator, he's done a slow and steady, papi. It's fine. Just capitalizing on Cure's mistakes. Trying to evacuate. Ooh, losing full medevac. And losing everything here at the natural. And Creator, he could just try to force his way into the main base, but he's just playing it safe. He's playing it safe, rotating over towards the third. Knocking this base down, then towards the fourth base. And Cure just cannot stop this. He cannot stop the main army. He could try to go for a base trade and move out across the map. But Creator, he's already here. He's already in his bases. And now he still opts not to go into the main. Which is fine, he doesn't need to, but I don't know. Does rotate back around. Knocks down the wall. Cure setting up the surround. Trying to come in from behind. The Novas! Oh my god. There's they pop up. Base is under fire. Again, it is a really awkward assault here from Creator to push into the main base, but he should be able to do so. So he rotates back around. And yeah, he can just more confidently just assault the third. Or I guess the old fourth. He can push in. Head towards the planetary. There is another expansion up and running. Now, Creator doesn't know how small the army is for Cure, so he's playing this very carefully. He doesn't need to, but we can say that just because we can see everything. He sees another expansion. Does go up the ramp. He's getting nervous, they just zone away. Now, if he waits a little bit too long, he will allow Cure to actually have a comparable army. He still has, I mean, he's still a ways away from that. But Creator, he has to be careful not to be too tentative here. Doesn't want to lose that edge. As Cure, he's building up more Marines, more Marauders. Like, he has a 3-base economy. As once again, you can see the Creator, he's so paranoid about his surround. He's just so paranoid the army's coming in from behind. And he's ready for it. There we go. He was waiting for this moment. Collapses on the army. Colossus are going to be falling. Nova says so, no way. We have the attempted surround here from Cure, but it's not going to be enough. We'll catch all the Colossus, but only the Colossus. Up! As the Novas, they pop off. The ground army gets overwhelmed, and Creator, he will break through. He will break through. GG gets called, and Creator will take game number 1. Whew, GG. Creator does take a lead in the series, and again, everything just snowballed out of control from Cure being in a good position. Remember, Cure, he doom dropped into the main base. He took down the fourth as well. Killed the fourth, killed over 20 workers. But he left his army idle at the fourth. He left it idle and he got surrounded. He had time to evacuate, to escape. He chose not to. He stuck around and he lost everything. And suddenly the trade wasn't worth it. Suddenly he lost his entire army to kill 2 mineral lines and a base. Meanwhile, Creator, he preserved his army, which is why Creator had a massive army lead. He just counterattacked then and there, and Cure had nothing to defend, or he did not have enough to defend. He was overwhelmed. GG. GG well played. That leads us into game number 2, and Creator takes a lead. And we'll see if Cure can force the ace match, or if it all ends here and now on Ultra Love. As spawning in the top right-hand corner of Ultra Love, we have the South Korean Terran player, the Red Terran, representing Team Liquid. Down in the series, we'll see if he can bounce back and force the ace match. It is Cure. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the Blue Protoss player from South Korea, leading the series 1-0. It is Creator. We go. As again, we had a very intense game 1, and we had a bit of a slower style out of Creator as well. Very old school, as you mentioned, a little more defensive. We did have some Zealot run-bys, but for the most part, just embracing Phoenix Colossus, a more defensive style, getting into Disruptors, taking a more passive stance. And hey, he weathered the storm, true. Did defend well. Well enough. And we'll see if Creator does embrace that once again, or if we go for a different opener instead. Oh, I just realized just how like stinky these gas guys are. Good. Cover them up. Now though, we do get our CC on location, not delayed, thankfully. So Cure going for an economic opener, just racks into expand. And likewise, we do have a standard opener as well here at a Creator, just going for a gate, Cybercore into Nexus. So far so good. We're settling in. Incoming punch on the keyboard. I think Cure's keyboard's okay. They're not really one to get upset. It's all good. So now, Cure checks the third. Checks the third base, making sure there is no proxy. There's that Stargate follow-up here at a Creator. Once again, Stargate opener. Okay, bold move, bold move. Now, we are loading into a smaller map. I should talk about Ultra Love a little bit here. It is going to be a smaller map compared to Frostline, so because of that, these bases are more defendable, true, but the rush distance by ground is shorter. So if Cure did want to be more assertive, more aggressive, then he's going to be more successful here on Ultra Love, potentially. It's one of those things where, sure, the rush distance by ground is shorter, it's easier to move out. At the same time, these bases are more defendable and they're closer together as well. We saw how difficult it was for Creator to actually maintain his 5th base. Here, it would be much easier to rotate between the bases and to, again, maintain the army and maintain the bases themselves. So there's a bit of a give and take. I see Hellions move out. Phoenix on the way. This time a Phoenix opener, not an Oracle. As Cure has yet to confirm. He has not seen anything in the main base or the natural. Hellions are on rotation. They're on patrol. Trying to see any kind of move outs. And Servar Creator, he's done a good job here at just keeping these Phoenixes hidden. And once again, Phoenix into Robo, into Colossus. It looks like Phoenix Colossus. For a second time. Meanwhile, this is going to be a committed mind drop. Oh my god. Forward Mind's on the way towards the natural. Alongside the Hellions as well. We'll see if a Creator can keep up. Can he hold? Can he defend? Can he survive? So here comes that drop. Boosting to the natural. Will unload. Mine just going off, just mainly on probes. And Cure, he will save 2 of those Widow Mines. Not bad. Oh no! Saves 2 of the mines. The other 2 will be shut down. Hellions, they bypass the main army, going straight for the main. Okay, they get some probes. They can get 1, 2 even. 6 in total. Yeah, 6 probes going down. Widow Mine does not reset. But Cure, you can always go back in. You can always dive back in. And find more damage. And so far, not bad. Not the worst trade. Back at home, getting into his own 3-1-1 setup. Stim is on the horizon. He's forced to invest into these Cyclones as he is fully aware of the Mass Phoenix. So he needs as much anti-air as possible. And here comes the Bay for the Colossus. So same build, almost the same build by Creator, 2 games in a row. Phoenix into Mass Colossus, 3rd base on the way. Taking a more defensive stance. And the pressure, the onus is going to be on Cure to try to break the defenses of Creator. See if he can. So far, Cure, he is contained. He will soon break out. Just waiting for Stim. As always here in TvP, just waiting for these upgrades before it can be active. 3rd CC's on the way. Not a 2-base all in. Phoenixes, they confirm they get eyes on the 3rd CC. They even delay. Ooh, catching a medevac. Oh, barely does escape. But again, nice pickups here by Creator. As the Phoenixes are revealed, it's go time. Cure, he moves out with that drop. Widow Mine drop is back online, boosting into the natural. Does Creator respond? Otherwise distracted. Up! Is distracted. Mine shot's going to be going off. Does pull away. Too late! Oh my god, 5 rope kills. Nice damage. 5 probes go down. Forces the recall. And Cure, he's breaking out. So breaking out of the contain. Phoenix is there looking for that medevac. Here comes the main push. He will find the medevac. But this 3rd base is looking very exposed. There's 2 Colossus, true. There's some force fields. But here comes Cure. And he's got his upgrades. He has Stim, Combat Shields, +1. Actually boosting into the main. Okay. Causing a distraction. Does force the warp in and does force the army to respond. It's also going down, and here comes the main force towards the 3rd. But there's that 1 Colossus. Oh, it's exposed. Goes for the dive. Colossus does hold. Shield battery is ready. Mind shots are brutal. But Creator, he should be able to hold on. Forces back the drop. Bailey does not get the medevac. And Cure is just going to keep on pushing. Going for the Nexus, going for the expansion. Can he bring it down? With the help of the 2nd Colossus, looks like Creator, he should hold on. Yeah, he should and he will. He holds, he survives, will bleed out 6 probes, but saves the base. Whew, oh my god. Does save the expansion. Kira forced back. Again, a very tense moment here. Creator, he did lose one Colossus. One Colossus went down. Looks like it went down in the main. Trying to defend. Lost his Phoenixes, but lives. Does live. Kira getting his third, and now we're getting to the mid game. And now I do want to give the edge to Kira. Throughout the course of this game, as you can see here, Creator, he's lost 18 probes. When it comes to the Widowmine harass, the Hellion harass, the drop play that we just saw, 18 workers have gone down. So Kira does have a lead. As you can see here, it's reflected in the supply. Where he's up in the army, up in the economy. Worker counts are similar, but we have mules. Like the mules that make up for that. So Kira is ahead. Didn't kill Creator, but Creator's still in a rough position. And the onus is on Creator here to either take a better fight, to pop off with a run by, like a Zealot counterattack or a Zealot drop into the main. Something needs to go Creator's way. Kira's pushing. How many Vikings does he have? 8. It's a lot of Vikings. He's got 8 Vikings. He's got EMP. Creator is up against the wall. Shield Battery does help. Does support. Trying to craft the army. Yo, the juggling. The micro. Despite that, pieces are going down. Brutal pickups. Creator is being forced further back. Losing out those Phoenixes down to 1. Creator trying to buy more time. Up. Colossus under fire. He gets 1. Barely not. Whew. Colossus barely survives. First Nova goes off, just zoning Kira away. And Creator, he's holding. He's surviving. Here he rotates. Rotates over towards the third. Ace stemming in. He commits, takes down the Prism. Prism goes down, Colossus are exposed. And Curie should have enough. And he should have enough to break through. I say that, the Nova, up! Oh my god. Decent connection, but just the one Nova. We need one more. Forces Kira back, but Kira, he's at 160 supply. GG gets called. Kira overwhelms, and we're going to the ace match. GG. We're going to game 3. Again, Creator, even though he was able to hold and survive the aggression of Kira, he bled out too much. He bled out too many workers. He bled out a Colossus, bled out just too many workers, too many units. And Kira gained a massive lead, a massive advantage. Towards the end there, Kira, he was even close to maxing out. And Creator just could not keep up. And that leads us to the ace match. Let's go. Leads us all the way to game 3. We'll see how this story ends. As this is the final game of the broadcast of day 1. And here we go, spawning in the top right hand corner of Leylines, we have the South Korean Terran player, the Blue Terran representing Team Liquid, tying up the series. Momentum is on his side. It is Cure. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the South Korean Protoss player, the Red Protoss, being forced into the ace match. Can he bring it back? It is Creator. Here we go. This is the final best of 3, the final series here of day 1. It all ends here. It all ends on Leylines. And so far, every game, Creator, he has gone for the same style. He's gotten there in different ways, but for the most part, we've seen just Gate, into Cybercore, into Expansion, into Stargate, into Phoenix Colossus. Game 1, we saw a commitment into Oracles first, then into Phoenixes. Game 2, just straight Phoenixes into Colossus. And we'll see if he does mix it up. Was Kira a world champion before? No. Kira, he never won like a BlizzCon or anything like that. I say anything like that. Kira, he did win, what was it? He won Red Bull Battlegrounds, right? If I'm not mistaken. That was, back in 2014? Question mark? Like in Heart of the Swarm. believe Cure won Incredible Battlegrounds, and has Cure won a GSL? Hold on. Made me question my memory. Yes, okay. I was like, I'm pretty sure I remember seeing Cure win a GSL. He did. So he is the GSL champion, but not a world champion. Did win GSL. He won back in 2021 against Zest. For now, you see Cure going for an economic opener. Just going for a Rax expand off of one gas geyser. Meanwhile, Reaper gets across the map, and we'll see what he can get done as he does keep up and will zone Cure away. He's going to be zoned back. Behind this win mixing, let's go. We do have a Twilight Council opener out of Creator. Let's go. Not a Stargate. And we'll see how aggressive he's going to be. How many gateways? 2 gates, 3 gate, or 4 gate Blink Stalker? Our eyes are on Creator. He's on the GSL versus yes. As we mentioned back in 2021. There's only one versus Zest. Björn is the next world champion, right? Yes. Björn did win BlizzCon. It was back in 2016. That was before the Reaper nerf. Long time ago. Almost 10... Yo, that's crazy. Björn, he was a world champion almost 10 years ago. Oh my god. Time flies. So here we go. So far we have our gateways set up here, and we have 1 gate in the main, 2 gates in the natural, going to be 3 gate Blink out of Creator. And the Reaper will confirm at least most of these gates. It's going to be shut down. So Cure, he hasn't seen the Twilight Council, but upon seeing the Robo and the 2 gates at the natural, the 1 gate in the main, he knows. He knows it's going to be Blink Stalkers, back home bunkers. Bunkers are on the way. He's going to have 2 bunkers on the low ground. He's going to have his tank set up here on the main, in the high ground as well. Cure is getting ready for the aggression. Getting ready for the eventual move out. As Creator, he's waiting for the Robo. Behind this will expand. Again, 3 gate Blink into a 3rd. Curie gets eyes on the base. And it's going to be Observer first. Never mind. We might actually not see Creator push. Just going for a faster 3rd. Focusing his economy. Safe opener out of Creator. Mine shots, they pop off. But so far, Creator, he does keep up. Ooh, losing 3 probes. 3 probes going down. And is going 3 gate Blink into gases, into the bay, into Colossus. So just a really safe opener here at Creator. He isn't really applying much pressure. You can see that Cure, he did react quite strongly to it, but once he saw the 3rd, he canceled. Or I should say he salvaged the bunker. Salvaged the bunker. Is still set up nonetheless, but for the most part, Cure, he's safe. He's safe at home. We're settling in. Only Clem and Max packs are younglings. Let me introduce you to Eba. Eba's what, like 15 years old? Yeah, players like Shameless and like Arrowfire who are like teenagers. Aye. Technically, Clem is now old. True. He's old, Spappy. Compared to the next generation, mate. The Zoomers. Oh. And not like this. Crazy. Creator poking in. Tank is in position. Oof. There's some brutal tank shots going off. At the same time, auto-start harass across the map, getting 2 probes. We're going to pull a creator apart. Trading 1-to-1. Stalker Marauder. Creator just trying to slow down the push. And the upgrades are almost done. The upgrades are finishing up. Creator, he breaks out. Can now expand at 3rd CC, just now finishing up. And the Observer does confirm. So Creator, he knows that Cure, he's expanding, getting a 3rd base, building up. This should be a sign for Creator to take his 4th as well. To try to keep up economically. As we're gearing up towards the mid game. Actually, Creator being active. He does see the defensive setup here. Sees the tank, sees the bio, sees the 3rd base. There's a 4th from Creator. And Creator, he shouldn't push into this. I would imagine he's just looking to hopefully catch any kind of move out. Any stray drop. Just maintaining his map presence while he expands. I say a drop likewise, I'm hoping to catch any kind of move out. Observer gets shut down. Nice catch from Cure. Does catch the Observer. Creator still building up. Temple Archives on the way. New generation of pros. IC2 is saved. Ah. They're there. So far getting 2 probe kills. 2 workers going down. Not bad. Creator still maintaining the center of the map. Here comes the push. Which will be scouted by the hallucinations. Creator spots this. He's going to try to slow this down. Kira trying to break out. So far unable to. Just posturing. 4th CC on the way. We're both just building up. And we're getting close to maxing out. We're getting there. Now, something that we're missing here is a 2nd robo. Just the 1 robo producing here for Creator, which is a little bit scary. He has 3 Colossus, that is true, but he has no Disruptors. He has a Temple Archives, but likewise no Storm yet. We need one or the other, either a 2nd robo or Storm. Now just being active here with his gateway composition. We'll bring in more Zealots, more Archons. I mean, Creator, he did opt not to take his gases, so no gases at the 3rd base or the 4th, so he's going to have to rely heavily here on Zealot reinforcements instead. Which can work well, especially if he fights out in the open. True. And there it is, 2nd robo and now Disruptors. Now, I'll be honest, this does feel delayed. This does feel late. It feels like we could have seen this a little bit earlier when we first brought it up. But now we have Disruptor production. Both armies are maxed. And I do favor Cure's army currently in a head-on fight. I feel like it's on Creator to trade. To shave off some of his gateway units. And to refine his composition. Now Cure, he's rotating. He's rotating over. Dark Shrine on the way for Creator. Let's go. Let's hit the mineral line. Base is moving out. Base. Sorry, army's moving out. Okay, it's gonna be spotted. Nice CMP. Raider trying to come in for a flank. Gets a ghost. Does catch 1 ghost. Stellar Rambo is being attempted. Main armies are still posturing. Rambo comes in, but the reinforcements back at home. Curie defends. Whew, and we back off. Players they back up from each other. Cure, he rotates. Creator, he's trying to keep up. He isn't aware. Oh, he doesn't know. Yeah, he does. He missed the rotation. Cure going for the Nexus. Can bring it down. Creator coming in from behind. Setting up first around. The Colossus are exposed. Yeah, 1, 2 Colossus going to be falling. Massive pickups. Takes down 2 before the fight begins. And Creator, he plummets and supplies down to 1 Colossus. Ay, ay, ay. You're just really rough positioning for Creator. The base goes down. He completely missed this rotation. And Cure, he can just back off. He can just back off and do it again. When I say that, there's only 1 Colossus. Missile goes off. Massive connection. And Creator, he's in trouble. Black's trying to collapse in the army. The anti-armor missile still in effect. Creator, he cannot engage. He's making more Colossus. Cure, he doesn't really gain much ground here. He's been posturing, but hasn't really gotten too much. Has to be careful. Like, what are we really threatening here? Oh, there's a will connect. Massive connections here. Ghosts go down. Marines as well. Nice engage from Creator. And I feel like we have to get out of here. Like, Cure isn't threatening much. Another Nova. Like, I'm getting deja vu from game 1. Where Cure, he killed the expansion, dropped into the main, then he left his army idle, and they lost everything. And we could be seeing that again. Yeah, the tanks are falling. Cure, he has to retreat. He's going to lose all his Vikings. And he did stick around a little bit too long. Now, thankfully, he does escape with most of his army. The Marines, the Marauders. But Creator has momentum. He's maxed out. And he is maxed. Disruptors, they pop up as well. 2 more ghosts falling. 3 ghosts left. And the Novas, they just keep popping up. They just keep zoning away. Creator is pushing in, but Liberation has arrived. We have some freedom. Liberators, they zone away. So far, Curie's holding on. Stimming in, going for the tithe. Novas, they don't connect. Still very tense. Creator, he tries to retreat. He's being pinned down. Once again, the Novas, though, they just keep popping up. And Liberators are falling one after the other. Creator, has he done it? Does he have another Nova? Not quite. No Novas left. Disruptors are going down. Ooh, the Nova does not connect towards the end. Still so close. There's no way to hear. The Vikings! The Vikings, they shut down the Colossus. They're going down one after the other. And Cure, he holds. He does hold. He can chase down the final Colossus. There's no escaping this. Oh my god. Does fall. Whew. And Curie's pushing. He's pushing out. Has the greater economy. He's got mules behind this. Creator trying to re-expand. Cure, can he keep going? Yeah, we'll knock down the expansion. Nexus goes down. And Creator, he just cannot engage. Not anymore. He's down to 0 disruptors. That's a nothing. Getting up to 4 Colossus, but there's still plenty of Vikings left over. Plus 3 ship weapons on the way. Getting back into liberation zones as well. Back into freedom. Both armies are re-maxing, but again, this is mainly a Zealot composition. I mean, it's Colossus Zealot for Creator. There's no Storm, there's no Archons, no Immortals. I believe the first Disruptor just arrived. Oh. Cure getting caught out. Has to pull back. Just some panicky MPs out of Cure. I mean, both armies are still maxed out. It is a bit of a cheaper army, though, for Creator. With all these zealots. And pushing into these liberators is not going to be easy. Last Creator, he rotates. Once again, going for that triangular third. Liberators are set. Oh, yeah, bold move by Creator. Doesn't get the lib. Doesn't get it. Yeah, it does pop up. Ooh, the Liberators, they just take down the Gateway Army. Oh my god! They rain down on the Zealots. They catch a Disruptor. We're getting another expansion. And typically when the lib count gets this high, we do force out Sky Toss. And when the army does dive in, Zealot's gonna be forcing back the bio. Colossus is trying to break on through. One Colossus goes down. Up. And barely a second does as well. Going for a third. And Curie just takes a better fight. Just a much more efficient fight here for Curious. Creator tried to push into liberation zones. That was not the play. He lost far too much in the process. And Creator plummets in supply. I mean, as we mentioned, like Creator, even though both armies were maxed, the soup does lie. Where Creator, he had a very cheap army, very inefficient, and did not trade well. One army was not quite like the other. And I mean, that's all that Creator can afford. He has no bank. He has no bank, he has no tech. Once again, trying to catch him out. Ooh. Liberators do fall, not bad. Takes down two of the Libs and some of the Vikings. Decent engage there from Creator. Still in this. Still has potential. EMP popping off those Stalkers. Creator, he does rotate. Nice harass. Yeah, we have Liberators here on both the bases. Denying mining time. Creator barely has an economy to begin with. He's trying to find a way in. I mean, 17 probes going down to 18 probes. Ah, no. Yeah, the economy's in shambles. He's committing in. The Colossus are being thrown away. The Novas, though. And the Splits, they're going to be good enough. Yeah, they're good enough. Creator, he's going to be shut down. Curie stims in. GG gets called. And Cure, he will shut down the main army and take the series 2-1, advancing on to the next round. GG. GG, well played. A very, very intense series. Back and forth, went all the way to the ace match. Unfortunately, Creator, he was just outscaled over time. I mean, it was a really rough game state to be in, as both armies had, or both players had a low economy. If you recall, Creator, he got caught with his pants down a little bit. He did lose a base, lost a mineral line as well. And Creator, who was forced to counterattack, and he initially had a decent fight, if you recall. He was out trading his opponents, but then he overstayed his welcome. I'm referring to the moment when Creator, he pushed in towards the third base and he lost all his disruptors. He had like 5 disruptors. He lost every single disruptor, lost the Immortals, lost the Colossus as well. He committed so hard to that fight, and things went south real quick. And with that, GG. GG, well played. Cure, he does claim the series and does advance on and does continue his run in the tournament. GG, well played. And let's catch up on the bracket, because we have quite a lot to get into. Here we go as we switch the scenes over. And we conclude day 1 of the OlimoLeague Winter Finals. Here we go. We just wrapped up with 8 best of 3s. If you missed out on some of these matches, I do recommend them. We had some spicy series coming into today's broadcast, so I do recommend it. As actually, can I zoom in a little bit here without breaking anything? It's going to be difficult. But quickly going over some of these matches here, we had the upper bracket round 1 concluding. We had Hero, over Rogue, Classic over Shin, Clem over Cure, and Zaun over Creator. We then got into the second round here, where we now have confirmed our top 2 upper bracket finals. Our top 2 players there in the upper bracket. It is Classic, as he took down Hero in a very fast, very intense PvP, and Clem, who took down Zaun as well. I mean, both Classic and Clem making use of the Invisible Flying Machine and the Invisible Man as well. It's for some quick series. Those are some very fast best of 3s, as Classic and Clem, they're going to be facing off tomorrow in the upper bracket finals. Scrolling down, we have the elimination round underway. Shin has been eliminated from the tournament. Creator, he just got eliminated as well, as they both got knocked out in the lower bracket. We have Rogue. Rogue is the one and only final Zerg player in the tournament. Best of luck, as Rogue is up against Zaun in the lower bracket, and Cure is up against Hero in the lower bracket as well. Oh boy, so we have 6 matches. We have 6 series remaining here, and a lot of these are going to be best of 5s. We have best of 5s coming up. It's going to be a best of 5 upper bracket final, and likewise a best of 5 lower bracket final, best of 7 grand finals. So we have a lot of matches coming up ahead of us here, and that's going to be played out tomorrow. Again, for those that are curious, this is a 2-day event. It's a 2-day event, and we are just wrapping up day 1 here today, and we're going to be here tomorrow at the same time, same place on the Cranky Ducklings to conclude the winter finals of OlimoLeague. For those that are unaware, this might be the final OlimoLeague. It's hard to say. The main sponsor is Chijik. They're the main sponsors. They are basically like an alternative to Twitch in Korea, just because Twitch is banned in Korea, so Twitch is not available. Instead, Chijik is a new streaming platform that has taken its place. I believe it is sponsored and funded by Naver. If you're familiar with Naver, Naver is kind of like the Google of it's kind of like the Google of Korea, if you will. It's like a search engine, basically, and a lot more, I guess, as well. A social media platform. So yeah, with that, they have, of course, launched Chijik, and they are sponsoring this event. Shout out to Crank. They got in touch with Crank, and Crank has been streaming over on Chijik as well. And honestly, it's been quite successful. There's been a lot of viewership and a lot of eyes over on the Korean side of things. Of course, Crank has been casting in Korean and organizing in Korean and organizing all of this, and it's been quite successful. But Chijik, they only did sponsor until the winter finals, until this event. All the weeklies, all the monthlies until this event. After this, it's up to Chijik if they want to continue to run these weeklies and to run these tournaments. Personally, because of how successful the stream has been, Crank's stream has been, like when I say that, I mean they've been getting like thousands of concurrent viewers. It's been crazy the attention that they've been getting. I mean, it's not just Crank. I mean, Ryung has been jumping onto cast. I'm sure Alicia has been jumping onto cast every now and then as well. I saw Alicia recently. It's been great to see. But yeah, they've been, of course, hosting and organizing and casting together and putting on a show, and has been getting a lot of viewership. And because of that, I would imagine that Chijik are quite happy with it. I'm sure they're quite happy. When I say a lot of viewership, whenever there's a OlimoLeague, I believe Crank is the #1 streamer. I believe he's the #1 streamer on the site. So yeah, that's very successful. Very successful. So again, if they're happy with that, then I'm sure we'll be seeing more, but for now we have no confirmation. We have no confirmation as to future OlimoLeagues. If it returns, we'll be back to our regular, weekly schedule with weekly OlimoLeagues, with a monthly finals, and then like a seasonal, like end of finals sort of event as well. But it comes down to what occurs between Chijik and between Crank, whether they want to continue this partnership or whether they want to invest elsewhere. Yeah, up to them with how they want to approach this. But I'm sure I'm pretty optimistic so far when it comes to how things have gone. Also, yo, shout out to Dave Testa in the chat. God, thank you so much for subscribing for 22 months. Thank you, Papi, thank you. Do appreciate the support. Do appreciate the love here. Thank you so much. Big shout out to Dave, of course, another fellow community caster in StarCraft 2, organizing, hosting his own events as well. So big shout out to Dave. Thank you. Just stopping in to spread the duck love. Ah, quack, Bobby, quack. Let's go. Thank you for all you do, Pappy. Thank you. Thank you for all you do as well. We all have our place in StarCraft. We all have our place. But thank you so much, Dave. Thank you. Always appreciate it. But yeah, so at the moment we don't know what the future holds for OlimoLeague, but again, I'm quite optimistic just because it's been so successful. I would imagine we should be seeing more in the future, and we'll let you know once we get confirmation, once we get an announcement. We will let you know on the stream as to what happens with the OlimoLeague. And again, we still have tomorrow to jump into as well. So tomorrow we're going to be back with day 2 of the winter finals. Make sure you're there for it. We have we have a Clem versus Classic, we have Zan versus Rogue, and Hero versus Cure. And one of these 6 players is going to be the winter champion. So yeah, we'll be crowning that champion tomorrow. Be there for it. Be there for it. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. We're going to be wrapping up for the time being. If you want some more Cranky Duckling action, then bam! As you can see, our weekly schedule, we got you covered, Pappy. We got you covered. We got plenty of content on the channel. Up next, later on tonight, we're going to be live in how many hours time? We're going to be live in 4.5 hours. 4.5 hours time, we're going to be here with the Kung Fu Cup Warcraft 3 Evolution Tournament number 2. If you're curious, hold up. Evolution? But not StarCraft Evolution. So StarCraft Evolution is kind of like a blending between Brood War and SE2, and honestly, it's a lot of fun. We cast a lot of StarCraft Evolution on the channel. Warcraft 3 Evolution is one step further, and even a step further that, because it isn't Warcraft 3 versus SE2, it's Warcraft 3 versus SE2 and Brood War. Like, they also have Brood War in there as well, which is crazy. So there's a lot of races, there's a lot of variety to pick from as well, so it's a lot more chaotic, there's a lot more moving pieces, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. We casted the first edition of the Warcraft 3 Evolution last week, and what I appreciated from it is I was surprised to see how many players were active in the scene. Max Pax, Young Yakov, Harstem makes sense because he's an ex-Warcraft 3 player, but there were a lot of players that I wasn't really expecting to be quite well versed in the mod. And it was really fun, really exciting. It was my first time casting Warcraft 3 in any capacity, and I recommend the VODs. I will say that the first series was a little bit shaky, but we very quickly kind of like caught on to how the units interact, to the hero choices, to the spells and how they impact the game as well, and very quickly kind of got the hang of it. So I do recommend it. The quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals of the previous Warcraft 3 Evolution tournament, and look forward to it here as well. A big star. Oh, I did. Oh, no. Have you been drinking? Take care, Dave. Take care. So we do have a Kung Fu Cup later on tonight. Again, that's in 4.5 hours. Tomorrow, as you can see, at 9 a.m. KST, in under 24 hours. That's day 2. That's day 2 of OlimoLeague. There you can see it's Saturday morning. Likewise, we have MSO Master Swan Open in the evening. We have Sparkling Tuna Cup on Sunday. And you may be thinking, hold up, Light. What's going on? Don't you usually cast twice a day? Every single day? Why is there an empty spot on Sunday? Well, it's kind of empty, but it's kind of not. We won't be casting. Maybe we should have added a graphic there anyway. But in that time slot is the Euthermal 2v2 tournament. Euthermal, he's hosting a 2v2 tournament, and we won't be casting. We are adminning. He reached out to the Cranky Ducklings, and we are going to be adminning that event. So we're otherwise preoccupied. We're otherwise busy working behind the scenes on that Euthermal 2v2 tournament. So that's what's taking place there, in between MSO and STC. So there's another event going on there. We won't be live on the channel, but we'll still be working in a different capacity, I should say. So that's going to be happening there on Sunday. We will be casting those replays next week. Again, we won't be casting it live, but we're going over those replays next week. Instead, we'll find a place to cover all of that. Otherwise, if you enjoyed the broadcast, if you want to tune into more of the Cranky Ducklings, then do check us out on all the social medias. We have Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Discord, all things Cranky Ducklings. We stream here on Twitch, we stream on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Kick. We're on all 5 platforms all at the same time, so do check us out there if you're interested. Otherwise, thank you for watching. You can also support us monetarily if you wish via Patreon. Our Patreon is designed to fund our tournaments. Which events? There they are. Here on my right, we have Sea Duckling Open, Sparkling Tuna Cup, and Master Swan Open as well. We run 3 events on a regular basis, and they are all funded via Patreon. And if you wish to grow those events, if you want to help us support those events and support the players and support the scene, you can do so via Patreon as well. We've been getting a lot of support as of late, so thank you so much to all of those that do support us via Patreon. We do appreciate it. We actually got a new patron during the cast, so thank you so much. I think it was, I could be mistaken, but I did notice Turbo Quacker in the chat earlier, actually posting the Patreon command. So I am a little bit suspicious that it might have been Turbo Quacker, I believe. But regardless, gracias, thank you so much. Whether it was Turbo Quacker or not, thank you so much for the new patron. Thank you. And we are so close to our next goal. Our next goal is to help boost the prize pool of Sparkling Tuna Cup and to pay out top 4. Right now, Sparkling Tuna Cup only pays out top 2, but with that next stretch goal, we can pay out top 4 instead. So yeah, we're almost there. We're almost there. Thank you so much. Again, we also provide benefits to those on Patreon, similar to those on Twitch, actually, where we do give out replay packs depending on your level of support. So thank you. Thank you so much to all those that do support us. And with that, we are going to be wrapping up here for the morning. Again, this was only our first broadcast of the day, and we'll be back in 4 hours with our next broadcast. I'm going to go get some food. I might sleep a little bit. It's always a little bit risky getting some sleep just because I want to make sure I can wake up in time. And I can, but I don't want to be groggy. So I might nap. I might nap for like an hour or two. And then I'll be up and running for some Warcraft 3 Evolution. We'll be there for it. We'll be there for it here and now. So yeah, if whether you're going to tune into that or whether you're going to be here for tomorrow's OlimoLeague broadcast, thank you so much. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks so much for watching. If you can't watch something that you see here live and you want to watch it, then check out our VODs. Check it out on YouTube and Twitch. We upload VODs on a daily basis. Plenty of VODs, plenty of content on YouTube, so do check it out there, as there's plenty to devour and plenty to indulge in. So do check it out. Otherwise, we'll see you guys tonight or tomorrow. We'll see you when we see you with some more StarCraft. Plenty of StarCraft on the channel, Pappy. Arguably too much StarCraft. I want to try to cut back a little bit. I would like to cut back a little bit and, you know, have some free time to actually, you know, like hit the gym and you know, do some things IRL, you know, touch some grass, you know, see the sun. Right now, my life, especially like January, December, October, November, like was purely casting, eating, sleeping, casting, just rinse and repeat. A lot of casting here on the channel. So I do want to cut back a little bit to be able to do some other things as well. But we'll see what happens. We'll see. Oh my god. That's my New Year's resolution for 2025, is to cut back a little bit and, you know, enjoy life in other ways. And stream, really. Just stream more often as well. Would be a lot of fun. Regardless, with that, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys later tonight, tomorrow, whenever we see you. Otherwise, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Until then, ciao, papi, ciao. See you next time. Hasta luego. Ciao, papi.